Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is The Missing. I'm Ariane. This channel is dedicated to my uncle Mark, who went missing in 2001. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when I update. I am trying to get more consistent with my videos. I'm doing the best that I can, but let's be real, it's busy, life is busy, and we all live it. If you have been here before, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me and thank you for the support. Today we're going to be discussing the case of Tara Calico. Tara Calico was a 19-year-old young lady who went missing from Belen, New Mexico in 1988. Tara Calico was born on February 28th of 1969. She went missing September 20th of 1988. At this time in her life, Tara was somebody who went on bike rides every morning. And typically, Tara's mother would go on these bike rides, these morning rides with her. Now, in the time leading up to Tara's disappearance, her mother had stopped going on these bike rides. It was said that her mother had felt stalked by a motorist, was uneasy and uncomfortable, and so she had quit going with Tara. She had told Tara, I think you need to carry some mace with you. And as kids often do, she shrugged it off and did not feel she needed any mace. So on the morning of September 20th, 1988, Tara set out for her morning bike ride at about 9:30 in the morning. Now on this particular day, Tara had made plans to meet up with her boyfriend and play tennis. So when she left, she had told her mom, hey, if I'm not back by noon, come get me. So her mother agreed, and knowing that Tara rode the same bike path that she did all the time, her mother would know where to find her in the event that she didn't make it home by noon. Sadly, noon would come and go, and Tara would not make her tennis date that day. Once Tara did not return home by noon, her mother did in fact go looking for her on her normal bike path. Her mother searched high and low and found no trace of Tara. She then reported Tara missing. The police began their investigation, and while searching on the bike path, the one thing that was discovered was a broken Walkman of Tara's. No clothing was found, and her bike was not found. There was no sign or trace of an accident or anything having happened to her. Now, it is believed that she was kidnapped, by all accounts. Police did speak to several eyewitnesses who stated that they had in fact seen Tara riding her bike that morning, and that she had been followed closely by a late model Ford pickup. They believed it was a Ford truck, light color with a camper shell on it. I did not find if anybody said it was driven by one person or two people, just that there was a truck that was seen following her closely. Police would continue to investigate, and there would be no leads, no traces of Tara for a whole nother year. Now, in June of 1989, June 15th of 1989, a woman in Florida would find a Polaroid picture of a young girl resembling Tara Calico and a young boy with tape on their mouth and bound in, I don't know if it was the back of a truck or it was in a house. It looks like they're kind of on a mattress. They're laying on a bed. She would contact police, and she would tell police that when she entered the store that day, there had been a white van with broken windows and a man with a mustache driving the van. She said when she came out of the store, the van was gone, but she found the Polaroid picture in the parking spot where the van had been. Now, police would run a story about this because this Polaroid picture was found in Florida. Meanwhile, Tara had went missing a year earlier from New Mexico. When the news of this story, hit the TV, some of Tara's mother's friends saw it, and they notified Tara's mother, and they said, hey, we believe this is Tara. This girl looks a whole lot like her. So Tara's mother contacts the authorities, and after reviewing the photo, she wholeheartedly believes that this is her daughter. For one, she says this looks like her daughter without makeup. For two, this woman or young girl in the picture has a scar on her leg that is identical to a scar that Tara had from a car accident she had been in. Another reason her mother wholeheartedly believed this was her was the fact that next to this girl in this picture, you can see a V.C. Andrews book. Tara's mother said that was Tara's favorite V.C. Andrews book. So she believes that this is her daughter, that is a book that her daughter would read, that this young woman has a scar in the exact same place her daughter had a scar, and that this is in fact her daughter. Now, the young boy in the picture, there was a family that came forward whose son had went missing when they went camping from New Mexico in the same year that Tara Calico went missing in 1988. Now, they would come forward and they would say that they believed this was their son. However, their son's remains, sadly, were found 75 miles from where they had went camping. And so authorities do not believe that the little boy in the picture is the same kid that had went missing from New Mexico at the same time Tara did. This picture would be analyzed by several different places. Some would come to the conclusion that it was absolutely Tara Calico. Some would say that it was not her. And the FBI found it to be inconclusive. Then there was the idea of whether or not this Polaroid, since it was found in Florida, was maybe found by whoever had abducted and harmed Tara and had taken this picture while they had her, and that maybe her remains were also in New Mexico's, like this young boy's. However, the problem with that theory is that Tara went missing in 1988. This Polaroid film that was used to take this picture of this young woman and this boy was not available until after May of 1989, which leaves open the hope and the speculation that Tara was still alive a whole year after she was abducted. Now, was she in the van that day that the lady found this Polaroid? Maybe. Maybe it was just a souvenir that somebody had from something horrible they had done. We don't know. But Tara Calico is still missing. No body has been found, which leaves the hope that she's still alive and she deserves to have closure, and so do her family members. Now, in the years that followed her disappearance, a psychic would come forward, and this psychic would say that she was having visions of a young woman that was a runaway, that had turned to being a stripper, that had been murdered and buried, and she believed that this young woman was Tara Calico. I couldn't find much else about the investigation or if her theory was even investigated. However, that theory would kind of go to the wayside because in 2008, the Valencia County Sheriff would make a statement. In the statement, he said that he had information as to what had happened to Tara Calico, and that in this information, it was believed that there was 2 teenagers who were involved in her disappearance. That these 2 teenagers had accidentally struck Tara with their truck when she was riding her bike, and that Tara had subsequently died, and that in order that they had panicked, and to cover up the crime, they did whatever they had to do to cover it up and get rid of any of evidence of what they had done, but that it was all an accident. Now, no charges were ever brought upon these kids because the sheriff also stated that without a body and more evidence, there was no case, and there was not enough evidence to pursue charges and to bring these kids in. Tara's family felt that if there wasn't enough evidence, and if they were not going to be charging somebody, and they were not going to pursue a case against these kids, that it should have never even brought up and never been mentioned. And they're probably right, because it just leaves a whole shitstorm of what the fuck. If you have these people, this, why are you not pursuing this? Why are you not investigating it? Why are you making statements about it, and then you're not doing anything to help solve this case? Is it possible that 2 young kids accidentally hit her? Yeah, kids, maybe they were trying to scare her and they accidentally hit her and she fell, or maybe they were trying to scare her and she just fell and she hurt herself and she subsequently died from injuries. It would kind of make sense, because people did see a truck following her. But I guess we don't know. We don't know if these kids were involved. We don't know what they know, because the sheriffs never pursued anything. Now, fast forward to 2021. In 2021, Valencia County Police would make a statement that there have been new leads in the Calico case, and that there was now a search warrant issued for a private residence in Valencia County, but that this warrant was sealed. Because this warrant is sealed, we don't know who's being investigated. Is it the 2 teens? Maybe somebody came forward and said, yeah, they did it. I know what they did with her. They have evidence. Is it somebody completely different? We don't know. As of 2021, the case is still open. It is still active. They are executing a search warrant for a private residence, but there have been no further updates on the Calico case. If you or anyone you know knows what happened to young Calico, please leave a comment, email lovedonesmissing@gmail.com, or contact the phone numbers on the missing persons flyer. You may have the power to solve this case and bring peace to a family who desperately is searching for answers and searching for their loved one. As always, have a beautiful and blessed Sunday, and thank you for joining.